silver, space gray, gold, and midnight green 6.5-inch Super Retina XDR display with HDR and True Tone 1 textured matte glass and stainless steel design, water resistant to a depth of 4 meters for up to 30 minutes, IP68, 3 triple 12MP cameras, ultra wide, telephoto, with portrait mode, night mode, auto adjustments, next generation smart HDR, and 4K video up to 60 frames per second with extended dynamic range, 12MP true depth front camera with portrait mode, smart HDR, 4K video recording up to 60 frames per second, and slow-mo video support for 1080p at 120 fps, Face ID for secure authentication, and Apple Pay, a 13 Bionic chip with 3rd generation neural engine, battery life, up to 20 hours video playback, up to 12 hours video playback, streamed, 2 wireless charging, 11 fast charge with 18W adapter included, silver, space gray, gold, and midnight green 6.5-inch Super Retina XDR display with HDR and True Tone 1 textured matte glass and stainless steel design, water resistant to a depth of 4 meters for up to 30 minutes, IP68, 3 triple 12MP cameras, ultra wide, telephoto, with portrait mode, night mode, auto adjustments, next generation smart HDR, and 4K video up to 60 frames per second with extended dynamic range, 12MP true depth front camera with portrait mode, smart HDR, 4K video recording up to 60 frames per second, and slow-mo video support for 1080p at 120 frames per second, Face ID for secure authentication, and Apple Pay, a 13 Bionic chip with 3rd generation neural engine, battery life, up to 20 hours video playback, up to 12 hours video playback, streamed, 2 wireless charging, 11 fast charge with 18W adapter included, Super Retina XDR display 6.5 to the power of inch, diagonal, all to the power of screen, OLED multi to the power of touch display, HDR display 2688 to the power of by to the power of 1242, pixel resolution at 458 ppi, 2,000,001 contrast ratio. Typical. The iPhone 11 Pro Max display has rounded corners that follow a beautiful curved design, and these corners are within a standard rectangle. When measured as a standard rectangular shape, the screen is 6.46 inches diagonally. Actual viewable area is less. Weight, 7.97 ounces, 226 grams. Colors, gold, space gray, silver, midnight green. Memory or space options, 64 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB. True Tone display, wide color display. P3, haptic touch, 800 nits max brightness. Typical, 1200 nits max brightness. HDR, fingerprint resistant, oleophobic coating, support for display of multiple languages and characters simultaneously. Splash, water, and dust resistant. 3 rated, IP68, maximum depth of 4 meters up to 30 minutes, under IEC standard 60529, a 13 Bionic chip, 3rd to the power of generation neural engine, triple 12MP ultra wide, and telephoto cameras, ultra wide, 2.4 aperture and 120 to the power of degrees field of view, wide, 1.8 aperture telephoto, 2.0 aperture, 2 times optical zoom in, 2 times optical zoom out, digital zoom up to 10 times, portrait mode with advanced bokeh and depth control, portrait lighting with 6 effects, natural, studio, contour, stage mono, high key mono, dual optical image stabilization, wide and telephoto, 5 to the power of element lens, ultra wide, 6 element lens, wide and telephoto, brighter True Tone flash with slow sync panorama, up to 63 MP, sapphire crystal lens cover, 100% focus pixels, wide, night mode, auto adjustments, next to the power of generation smart HDR for photos, wide color capture for photos and live photos, advanced red to the power of eye correction, photo geotagging, auto image stabilization, burst mode, image formats, captured, HEIF and JPEG video recording, 4K video recording at 24 frames per second, 30 frames per second, or 60 frames per second, 1080p HD video recording at 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second, 720p HD video recording at 30 frames per second, extended dynamic range for video up to 60 frames per second, optical image stabilization for video, wide and telephoto, 2 times optical zoom in, 2 times optical zoom out, Digital zoom up to 6 times, audio zoom brighter, true tone flash, quick take video with subject tracking, slow to the power of Mo video support for 1080p at 120 frames per second or 240 frames per second, time to the power of lapse video with stabilization, cinematic video stabilization, 4K, 1080p, and 720p. Continuous autofocus video, take 8MP still photos while recording, 4K video playback, zoom video formats recorded, HEVC and H.264 stereo recording, true depth camera, 12MP camera, 2.2 aperture, portrait mode with advanced bokeh and depth control, portrait lighting with 6 effects, natural, studio, contour, stage mono, high to the power of key mono, Animoji and Memoji, 4K video recording at 24 frames per second, 30 frames per second, or 60 frames per second, 1080p HD video recording at 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second, slow Mo video support for 1080p at 120 frames per second, next generation smart HDR for photos, extended dynamic range for video at 30 frames per second, cinematic video stabilization, 4K, 1080p, and 720p, wide color capture for photos and live photos, retina flash, auto image stabilization, burst mode, face ID enabled by true depth camera for facial recognition, Apple Pay with your iPhone using Face ID in stores, within apps, and on the web, send and receive money and messages, complete purchases made with Apple Pay on your Mac. Learn more about Apple Pay. Apple Card credit card created by Apple. Designed for iPhone. Use the Wallet app to apply for, manage, and use Apple Card Pay with Apple Pay using Face ID in stores, within apps, and on the web. Titanium, laser to the power of etched physical credit card for use where Apple Pay is not accepted yet. Learn more about Apple Card. Carriers: AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile. Cellular and wireless model A2160, FDD to the power of LTE, bands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 29, 30, 66, 71, TD to the power of LTE, bands 34, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 46, 48. CDMA-EV-DOREV, a 800, 1900 MHz. UMTS HSPA plus DC to the power of HSDPA, 850, 900, 1700/2100, 1900, 2100 MHz. GSM Edge, 850, 900, 1800, 1900 MHz model A2161, FDD to the power of LTE, bands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 29, 30, 66, 71, TD to the power of LTE, bands 34, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 46, 48. CDMA-EV-DOREV, a 800, 1900 MHz. UMTS HSPA plus DC to the power of HSDPA, 850, 900, 1700/2100, 1900, 2100 MHz. GSM Edge, 850, 900, 1800, 1900 MHz. All models. Gigabit to the power of class LTE with 4x4 inches MIMO and LA 4800 2.11 AX to the power of V6 with 2x2 MIMO Bluetooth 5.0 wireless technology ultra wideband chip for spatial awareness 5 NFC with reader mode express cards with power. Reserve location built-in GPS GNSS digital compass to the power of V cellular iBeacon micro-location video calling 6 FaceTime video calling over to the power of V or cellular audio calling 6 FaceTime audio voice over LTE, Volt, 4 to the power of V calling 4 audio playback audio formats supported, AAC to the power of LC, He to the power of AAC, He to the power of AAC V2, protected AAC, MP3, linear PCM, Apple lossless, FLAC, Dolby Digital AC to the power of 3, Dolby Digital Plus, E to the power of AC to the power of 3, Dolby Atmos, and Audible formats 2, 3, 4, Audible Enhanced Audio, AAX, and AAX Plus, Spatial audio playback user to the power of configurable maximum volume limit video playback video formats supported. HEVC, age, 264, MPEG to the power of 4 part 2. And motion JPEG high dynamic range with Dolby Vision and HDR10 content AirPlay mirroring, photos, and video out to Apple TV, second generation or later. 7 video mirroring and video out support. Up to 1080p through Lightning Digital AV adapter and Lightning to VGA adapter. Adapters sold separately. 7 Siri 8 use your voice to send messages, set reminders, and more. Get intelligent suggestions on your lock screen and in messages, mail, quick type, and more. Activate hands to the power of free with only your voice using Hey Siri to the power of use your voice to run shortcuts from your favorite apps. iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max embody Apple's continuing environmental progress. They are designed with the following features to reduce environmental impact. Arsenic to the power of free display glass, mercury to the power of free display, brominated flame retardant to the power of free, PVC to the power of free, beryllium to the power of free, recyclable stainless steel. Free delivery or pickup, available items at an Apple store. Learn more, find the card for you, get 3% daily cash with Apple Card or get special financing. Learn more, get help buying. Have a question? Call a specialist or chat online. Call 1-800-MY-APPLE. Contact us. Personal setup. We'll show you how to get the most out of your new iPhone, online or in store. Learn more to identify your iPhone model number. See https://support.apple.com KBHT 3939. For details on LTE support, contact your carrier and see apple.com/iPhone/LTE. Cellular technology support is based on iPhone model number and configuration for either CDMA or GSM networks. Available space is less and varies due to many factors. A standard configuration uses approximately 11 GB to 14 GB of space, including iOS and pre-installed apps, depending on the model and settings. Pre-installed apps use about 4 GB, and you can delete these apps and restore them. Storage capacity subject to change based on software version and may vary by device. Size and weight vary by configuration and manufacturing process. iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max are splash, water, and dust resistant and were tested under controlled laboratory conditions with a rating of IP68 under IEC standard 60529. Maximum depth of 4 meters up to 30 minutes. Splash, water, and dust resistance are not permanent conditions and resistance might decrease as a result of normal wear. Do not attempt to charge a wet iPhone. Refer to the user guide for cleaning and drying instructions. Liquid damage not covered under warranty. Data plan required. Gigabit class LTE, Volt, and Wi-Fi calling are available in select markets and through select carriers. Speeds are based on theoretical throughput and vary based on site conditions and carrier. For details on LTE support, contact your carrier and see apple.com/iPhone/LTE. Ultra-wideband availability varies by region. See apple.com/iOS/feature availability for details. FaceTime calling requires a FaceTime to the power of enabled device for the caller and recipient and a Wi to the power of Fi connection. Availability over a cellular network depends on carrier policies. Data charges may apply. Standard dynamic range video content only. Siri may not be available in all languages or in all areas, and features may vary by area. Internet access required. Cellular data charges may apply. All battery claims depend on network configuration and many other factors. Actual results will vary. Battery has limited recharge cycles and may eventually need to be replaced by Apple service provider. Battery life and charge cycles vary by use and settings. See apple.com/batteries and apple.com/iPhone/battery.html for more information. Key wireless chargers sold separately. Testing conducted by Apple in August 2019 using pre-production iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Pro, and iPhone 11 Pro Max units and software and accessory Apple USB-C power adapters. 18W model A1720, 29W model A1540, 30W model A1882, 61W model A1947 and 87W model A1719. Fast charge testing conducted with drained iPhone units. Charge time varies with environmental factors. Actual results will vary. Use of eSIM requires a wireless service plan. which may include restrictions on switching service providers and roaming, even after contract expiration. Not all carriers support eSIM. Use of eSIM in iPhone may be disabled when purchased from some carriers. See your carrier for details. To learn more, visit https://support.apple.com kbht 209044. Wireless broadband recommended. Fees may apply. Trade-in values may vary, and are based on the condition and model of your trade-in device. Additional trade-in values require purchase of a new iPhone, subject to availability and limits. Must be at least 18. Offer may not be available in all stores and not all devices are eligible for credit. Apple or its trade-in partners reserve the right to refuse or limit any trade-in transaction for any reason. In-store trade-in requires presentation of a valid, government-issued photo ID. Local law may require saving this information. Sales tax may be assessed on full value of new iPhone. Value of your current device may be applied toward purchase of a new Apple device. Additional terms from Apple or Apple's trade-in partners may apply. See apple.com/shop/trade-in for more information. Program available for iPhone 11 Pro. Available to qualified customers with a credit check and eligible U.S. credit or debit card. Requires a 24-month installment loan with a 0% APR from Citizens Bank, N.A., subject to any interest, fees, or other costs payable to the card issuer. Purchase of Apple Care Plus for iPhone, and iPhone activation with one of these national carriers, AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, or T-Mobile. Sales tax and any applicable fees due at time of purchase. Full terms apply. Some features may not be available for all countries or all areas. View complete list.
@gmail.com mais de 11h25.
AM, 10 hours ago. To me, power and battery 9 lasts up to 4 hours longer than iPhone XS. Video playback, up to 18 hours. Video playback, streamed, up to 11 hours. Audio playback, up to 65 hours. 18W adapter included. Lasts up to 5 hours longer than iPhone XS Max. Video playback, up to 20 hours. Video playback, streamed, up to 12 hours. Audio playback, up to 80 hours. 18W adapter included. Both models, built-in rechargeable lithium-ion battery wireless charging. Works with key chargers 10. Charging via USB to computer system or power adapter fast charge capable. Up to 50% charge in around 30 minutes with 18W adapter or higher. 11 sensors: Face ID, barometer, 3 to the power of axis, gyro, accelerometer, proximity sensor, ambient light sensor. Operating system iOS 13. iOS is the world's most personal and secure mobile operating system, packed with powerful features and designed to protect your privacy. See what's new in iOS 13. Accessibility features help people with disabilities get the most out of their new iPhone 11 Pro. With built to the power of in support for vision, hearing, mobility, and learning, you can fully enjoy the world's most personal device. Learn more. Features include voice control, voice over, zoom, magnifier, RTT and TTY support, Siri and dictation, type to Siri, switch control, closed captions, assistive touch, speak, screen build. In-apps, camera, photos, health, messages, phone, FaceTime, mail, music, wallet, Safari, Maps, Siri, calendar, iTunes Store, App Store, notes, news, contacts, books, home, weather, reminders, clock, TV, stocks, calculator, voice memos, compass, podcasts, watch, tips, find my, settings, files, measure, shortcuts, free apps from Apple, Pages, Numbers, Keynote, iMovie, GarageBand, iTunes U, Clips, and Apple Store app are pre-installed. iMovie, Pages, Keynote, Numbers, iTunes U, GarageBand, Apple Store, Trailers, Apple TV Remote, iTunes Remote, Music, Memos, Clips, support headphones, earpods with Lightning connector, SIM card, dual SIM, Nano to the power of SIM and eSIM. 12 iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max are not compatible with existing micro SIM cards. Rating for hearing aids: M3, T4, M3, T4. Mail attachment support, viewable document types .jpg.tif. GIF images .doc and .docs, Microsoft Word .htm and .html, web pages .key, keynote, numbers, .pages, pages, .pdf preview, and Adobe Acrobat .ppt and .pptx, Microsoft PowerPoint .txt, text.rtf, rich text format .vcf, contact information .xls and .xlsx, Microsoft Excel .zip.ix.usts. USDZ Universal. System requirements Apple ID. Required for some features Internet access 13 syncing to a Mac or PC requires. Mac OS Catalina 10.15 using the Finder.
Mac OS El Capitan 10.11.6 from Mac OS Mojave 10.14.6 using iTunes 12.8 or later.
Windows 7 or later using iTunes 12.10 or later. Free download from itunes.com/download. Environmental requirements operating ambient temperature. 32 to the power of degrees to 95 to the power of degrees Fahrenheit, 0 to the power of degrees to 35 to the power of degrees C non-operating temperature, -4 to the power of degrees to 113 to the power of degrees Fahrenheit, 20 to the power of degrees to 45 to the power of degrees C relative humidity, 5% to 95% non-condensing operating altitude, tested up to 10,000 feet. 3,000 meters. Languages Language support English Australia, UK, US, Chinese, simplified, traditional Hong Kong, French Canada, France, German, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Spanish, Latin America, Mexico, Spain, Arabic, Catalan, Croatian, Czech, Danish, Dutch, Finnish, Greek, Hebrew, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Malay, Norwegian, Polish, Portuguese, Brazil, Portugal, Romanian, Russian, Slovak, Swedish, Thai, Turkish, Ukrainian, Vietnamese. QuickType keyboard support English Australia, Canada, India, Singapore, UK, US, Chinese, simplified, handwriting, Pinyin QWERTY, Pinyin Tenkey, Shuangpin, stroke, Chinese, traditional, Kanji, handwriting, Pinyin QWERTY, Pinyin Tenkey, Shuangpin, stroke, Suchung, Zhuayan, French, Belgium, Canada, France, Switzerland, German, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Italian, Japanese, Kana, Romaji, Korean, Tuset, Tenkey, Spanish, Latin America, Mexico, Spain, Albanian, Arabic, Modern Standard, Najdi, Armenian, Assamese, Azerbaijani, Bangla, Belarusian, Bodo, Bulgarian, Burmese, Cantonese, traditional, Kanji, handwriting, stroke, Suchung, Catalan, Cherokee, Croatian, Czech, Danish, Davihi, Dogri, Dutch, Emoji, Estonian, Faroese, Filipino, Finnish, Flemish, Georgian, Greek, Gujarati, Hawaiian, Hebrew, Hindi, Devanagari, Latin, transliteration, Hungarian, Icelandic, Indonesian, Irish, Canada, Kashmiri Arabic, Devanagari, Kazakh, Khmer, Konkani, Devanagari, Kurdish Arabic, Latin, Kyrgyz, Lao, Latvian, Lithuanian, Macedonian, Maithili, Bangla, Malay Arabic, Latin, Malayalam, Maltese, Manipuri, Bangla, Meda-Imayak, Mari, Marathi, Mongolian, Nepali, Norwegian, Ogia, Pashto, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Brazil, Portugal, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Sanskrit, Santali, Devanagari, Alchiki, Serbian, Cyrillic, Latin, Sindhi Arabic, Devanagari, Sinhala, Slovak, Slovenian, Swahili, Swedish, Tajik, Tamil, Angel, Tamil 99, Telugu, Thai, Tibetan, Tongan, Turkish, Turkmen, Ukrainian, Urdu, Oir, Uzbek Arabic, Cyrillic, Latin, Vietnamese, Welsh. QuickType keyboard support with predictive input English Australia, Canada, India, Singapore, UK, US, Chinese, simplified, traditional, French, Belgium, Canada, France, Switzerland, German, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Spanish, Latin America, Mexico, Spain, Arabic Najdi, Cantonese, traditional, Dutch, Hindi, Devanagari, Latin, Portuguese, Brazil, Portugal, Russian, Swedish, Thai, Turkish, Vietnamese. Siri languages English Australia, Canada, India, Ireland, New Zealand, Singapore, South Africa, UK, US, Spanish, Chile, Mexico, Spain, US, French, Belgium, Canada, France, Switzerland, German, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Italian, Italy, Switzerland, Japanese, Korean, Mandarin, China mainland, Taiwan, Cantonese, China mainland, Hong Kong, Arabic Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Danish, Denmark, Dutch, Belgium, Netherlands, Finnish, Finland, Hebrew, Israel, Malay, Malaysia, Norwegian, Norway, Portuguese, Brazil, Russian, Russia, Swedish, Sweden, Thai, Thailand, Turkish, Turkey. Dictation languages English Australia, Canada, India, Indonesia, Ireland, Malaysia, New Zealand, Philippines, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, South Africa, United Arab Emirates, UK, US, Spanish Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Spain, Uruguay, US, French, Belgium, Canada, France, Luxembourg, Switzerland, German, Austria, Germany, Luxembourg, Switzerland, Italian, Italy, Switzerland, Japanese, Korean, Mandarin, China Mainland, Taiwan, Cantonese, China Mainland, Hong Kong, Macau, Arabic Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Catalan, Croatian, Czech, Danish, Dutch, Belgium, Netherlands, Finnish, Greek, Hebrew, Hindi, India, Hungarian, Indonesian, Malaysian, Norwegian, Polish, Portuguese, Brazil, Portugal, Romanian, Russian, Shanghainese, China Mainland, Slovak, Swedish, Thai, Turkish, Ukrainian, Vietnamese. Definition Dictionary Support English, Chinese, Simplified, Traditional, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Spanish, Danish, Dutch, Hebrew, Hindi, Norwegian, Portuguese, Russian, Swedish, Thai, Turkish. Thesaurus English, UK, US. Bilingual dictionary support with English Arabic, Chinese, Simplified, Traditional, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Spanish, Korean, Dutch, Hindi, Portuguese, Russian, Thai, Vietnamese. Thesaurus English, UK, US. Bilingual dictionary support with English Arabic, Chinese, Simplified, Traditional, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Spanish, Korean, Dutch, Hindi, Portuguese, Russian, Thai, Vietnamese. Spell check English, French, German, Italian, Spanish, Danish, Dutch, Finnish, Korean, Norwegian, Polish, Portuguese, Russian, Swedish, Turkish. In the box iPhone with iOS 13 earpods with Lightning connector USB-C to Lightning cable 18W USB-C power adapter documentation.